This video contains spoilers for the first chapter of Forspoken and part of Fallout 76's story. I have found that a lot of mediocre games can have certain moments of creativity and originality that still warrant some examination. My go-to example of this is Fallout 76. For the most part, that game is forgettable at best and non-functioning at worst, yet the questline leading to the reveal of the Enclave in the bunker under the White Spring Resort might be my favorite in the entire series. The slow drip of the mystery surrounding Senator Sam Blackwell, paired with some of Inon Zur's best soundtrack work, makes for a level of immersion that I rarely feel in most games. Forspoken sales and review numbers have not been pretty. With most reviews averaging in the mid-60s and sales clearly not meeting expectations, it has fallen off the radar shockingly fast for a first-party Square Enix RPG. After reading reviews, I had decided to wait for it to go on sale, until I watched Mortismal Gaming's Review After 100% video, and he mentioned that the main character Frey begins the story homeless. I highly recommend his video, and it was part of what inspired me to make this. You can find a link to his video in the description. Before I get into the story of Forspoken, I want to disclose a bit about my personal experiences. In 2015, I was kicked out of a drug addiction treatment center for a false positive drug test. My parents made the very understandable decision to believe a trusted mental health institution over their son that had lied to them and stolen from them for years. They decided that I was not allowed to stay with them. I was lucky enough to be able to stay on a friend's couch for a while, but when that friend's in-laws came to town, he let me know that I couldn't stay there for a few days. Having burned every other bridge available to me, I had nowhere to go. I parked my car at a local park overnight, hoping the police didn't kick me out for trespassing. It's difficult to describe just how hopeless I was in that moment. I bring all of this up because in the 8 years of my life since then, Forspoken is the only piece of media that has brought up memories of my brush with homelessness. The game opens with the main character Frey in a courtroom. We learn that this is not her first brush with the law. Reading the documents placed on the courtroom table before her, we learn that she was abandoned as an infant and found near the Holland Tunnel. She grew up in 6 different foster homes without any consistent mother or father figure. After the judge lets her off with just an order to perform community service hours, Frey runs into a gang that confronts her over her failed attempt to steal a certain car for them. She gives the gang members a healthy dose of pocket sand before escaping them and climbing a fire escape into an abandoned flat that she had been squatting in. Inspecting the items scattered about the desolate apartment reveals more about Frey's situation. She plans on leaving New York City with her cat Homer once she has collected enough money to do so, and at this point, she pulls out a duffel bag full of cash. I'm not sure if it's ever explicitly stated, but my assumption is that the duffel bag of cash is what the gang was hoping to recover from the car that Frey stole. Now that she's got the cash, she plans on leaving the next morning. The next scene is one that does an incredible job of conveying just how hopeless Frey is. Rather than explaining it, I'll just let you watch.
Hey, Homer. I'm sorry I'm late, I know. Miss me? Oh, well, thank you, but my birthday isn't for another few days. Tell you what, I almost forgot. Been so busy recently. Oh, well, you know, important things to do. Writing court, slaying dragons. I'll let you in on a secret, but I'm a pretty big deal. Real big deal. Everybody needs me. We are getting out of the city, Homer. Away from the assholes, the garbage, the cops. That is just enough to get us started. Yeah. I promise we'll go somewhere that loves cats. Even ones like you. I just can't wait for clean air, bright skies. No more chases, no more cops, no more fights. tomorrow. One more sleep, and we are out of here. Can't wait to be any other place but this.
Shortly after crying herself to sleep, Frey wakes up choking on smoke. The apartment is consumed in fire, and Frey immediately grabs Homer while the flames envelop the duffel bag filled with money. When she goes to jump out of the building, she realizes the gang had set the fire as revenge. She escapes with nothing but the clothes on her back and her sole companion in life. 2 days later, Frey is sitting behind a dumpster watching a news broadcast about the fire. She waits for the judge that presided over her trial, and this cutscene plays out.
Frey, what happened to you? You look like hell.
Are you allergic?
What?
To cats. Are you allergic to cats?
No, I love cats, but are you in trouble?
Good. She likes wet food, the flaky kind, not pate. She needs a warm place to sleep, maybe a lap every once in a while. And she needs a bath, but good luck with that.
Frey, what's going on?
Her name is Homer. Promise me you'll look after her. Promise. Thank you.
What are you doing, Frey?
The right thing. I need some time to sort some stuff out, but I'll come back for her. It just might take a while.
Frey, wait. If you're in trouble, I can help you, Frey.
Happy holidays. All right. Homer's safe. Now what am I gonna do? Full circle. Happy birthday to me. Thanks, Mom. No, I'm better than that. No, I'm gonna fix things. Get Homer back. Finally get out of...
This is the end of one of the best introductions to a character I've seen in a long time. So much of what happens to Frey in these cutscenes show that the world seems to be setting her up to fail. Her parents, the legal system, the foster care system, and the local gang she works with all seem to conspire to grind down Frey's will to live. Her pessimism about the people in the city around her are a shield that she uses to suppress the loneliness that comes from never being cared for, not even by herself. Unfortunately, I slightly misled you in regards to the cutscene that I just played.
Thanks, Mom.
This is how it really ends.
No, I'm better than that. No, I'm gonna fix things. Get Homer back. Finally get out of... Huh? What?
Wonder what that is.
At this point, the overarching plot begins, and the backstory of Frey and her struggle living in New York ends. Forspoken sets itself up with a killer opening and immediately decides to squander it on a bog-standard storyline and a character that grows increasingly unlikable. I saw Forspoken through to the end, and while the last hour or two are pretty interesting, the entire rest of the plot is forgettable and blends into so many game stories like it. At the end of the day, Forspoken is a game that does a few things great, but there are some design decisions that completely baffle me. The movement system is designed very well, and the magic system is quite unique, and yet there are so many moments that the game takes control from you, it makes Metal Gear Solid 4 feel like Half-Life 2. For a comprehensive overview of the game, again I'm going to suggest Mortismal Gaming's review of Forspoken, as I agree with his assessment of the game as a whole. If I was asked to score the game, I would probably settle on a 7 out of 10. Despite its glaring flaws, Forspoken has moments that shine through, and I'm glad that Luminous Productions gave me an experience that I've yet to find anywhere else. Hi. Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it. This is a new kind of video for me. I've never made anything like this before. But when I played Forspoken, I had a lot of thoughts about it that I really wanted to talk about. Yeah, so this is a bit of a heavier topic. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. I know some people just want to talk about video games, but it's important to me. So if you got this far, I appreciate you watching this. For those of you that are interested in my Diablo 2 Platinum grind, I'm still working on it. I didn't quit that. It just takes a long time to get far enough in that game to warrant making an update video, so keep your eyes out for that, and thanks again.